Okay, so let's start. First, delete the default cube, add the torus, rotate it along the Y 90, go to the side view, tab into edit mode, turn on X-ray mode, select these vertices, move it up like this much. So our one link is now made. First, let's add the properties for it. Go to physics panel, turn on rigid body. Just change the mass to something like 5 kg and the shape to mesh. Okay, so now let's shift D, move it up, rotate along the Y 90. Oh wait, rotate along the Z 90. That's it. Select both of these. Shift D along the Z. Then select all the four. Shift D, Z, and just shift D, Z. Okay, so now this is correct. Let's see. So first let us add a plane. Mesh a plane, scale it up, and then hide it and select the chainmails, Alt H to unhide the plane, and then I accidentally selected the camera. Select these chains. First delete the light so that it doesn't come in the way, or just hide it. Select the chains, move it up. Okay, now go to the plane, turn on rigid body and change the type to passive. Now let's see if our animation is working so far. So now you can see it's behaving like a real chain and it's interacting with the plane. Okay, so far so good. Now we want that the first link does not come down with each of this. So what we are going to do, select this and we are just going to uncheck dynamic. Now let's see. So you can see it's working perfectly. Now we have to add a ball for the animation. So I'm just going to move it up a little more. This much should be enough. Now select the bottom one, go to side view mode, and now go tap into edit mode. Shift A and a UV sphere. Scale it up till the amount you want. For me, this much should be enough, and just link it over here a little bit more, I think. Okay. So now let's see our animation. So you can see it's working perfectly. If you want, let's see it now. See, it's working perfectly. For the animation, we are going to drop it. So let's over here set the origin to geometry. Okay, so now the points will be in the middle. Do it for all of them. Just select it, object, set origin to geometry. Okay, so now what we are going to do is to select all of these and then rotate it. Along the x-axis. First select the upper one and shift S cursor to selected. Now over here in the pivot point, change it to 3D cursor, and now let's rotate all of these. This one should be fine, I think. And then shift S cursor to world region. Now let's see our animation. It's working fine. Okay, set the pivot point back to the individual origins. So now the only thing we have to add are the blocks which this wall will destroy. First I'm going to make it a little bit lower. This much should be fine, I think. Let's see the animation. Yeah. If you want, you can change the. I'm going to change the weight of the ball to 15 kg. But if you set it to something big like 150 kg, the chain would break because the chain's weight is only 5 kg, so it would not be able to support the weight of the ball. Let's try it out. Or let's add another 0 and see. So you can see the chain breaks. Let's try to check the limit of it. Let's see 300 kg if it breaks. Yeah, it's breaking at 300. 250. It breaks. 200. It breaks. 100. It doesn't break, so I'm going to set it to 100 only. That's fine. So before you go any further, first save the file because this has happened to me. The Blender file crashed and I had to do it again. So I would advise you to save it and then we will make the building blocks of it. Okay, so now for the cubes that the ball is going to fall, I made a default cube. But with these physics properties that you can see on the screen, so you can copy it. The type is active only, mass is 0.5 kg. You have to turn on dynamic, and the shape you have to leave on convex only. So yeah, this is the cube that I'm going to be using. Okay, so now we have to add the cubes. So first select that cube, shift D it, move it over here, then select both of them, move it over here, and then select both of them, move it over here. Okay, so now select all of them, shift D, move it over here, move it over, shift D, move it over here, and one last time shift D it and move it over here. Now turn on X-ray mode, shift D it, all of them, and move it up again and again and again. Turn off X-ray mode, and so animation should be finished. Let's see it. Boom. Great. It's looking like this Jenga boxes. I think we can center these cubes. They are not centered right now. Select all of them and then go to the top view mode and center it. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's check it out. Turn off X-ray mode, and yeah, boom. That's looking fun. So if you want, we can play with the weight of these cubes. I accidentally selected the camera over here. Let me hide the camera first. Yes. Okay. So this much should be enough, I think. Yeah. just make it perfect. Some last finishing touches. So I made the cube a little bit left side so that it looks better in the animation. You can see. Let's stretch out the plane. Our main work is finished and the only thing that's left is the textures. So for the wall I did a basic black color and I turned up the metallic to 1. Same goes for the chain, 0.6 in the RGB, and I cranked up the metallic to 1. Now for the cardboard boxes I did RGB 0.560, G 0.171 and blue 0.061. So let's see in the animation. It's looking perfect. The physics is working fine. So now if a problem arises with you, which arises with me, that the camera doesn't take the whole scene. So that happened with me. So what I did was I selected the camera and cranked up the focal length down to 20 and then pressed N. In view I did the clip start to something big like 5. You can see the number over here, something big, so that whole scene covers. Right now my plane is not covering, but it's fine this much. And if you want, you can change the color of the world if gray is not looking fine in your or good in your animation. So you can change the color over here, any color. You can white, pink if you want, something like that, or blue. You can keep basically any color. So if you want any help, you can write in the comment section and I'll try to do it as soon as possible. So hope you like this and write it in the comments if you are able to make it, and use this rigid body in your other projects, and so you can have a little fun with this. For example, adding a second breaking ball over here and anything you want basically. So that was it for the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe.